She silently polished the counter, the whispers about her scarred face a familiar soundtrack to her shift. But when a billionaire CEO saw the faded ink on her wrist, he suddenly stood up, his voice cracking with emotion in front of the entire restaurant. "It can't be you." What secret did her tattoo hold that could bring a man of his power to the verge of tears? Welcome, story lovers. Before we continue, tell us, where in the world are you watching from? Drop it in the comments below, and if you enjoy this story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more powerful content like this. Let us know what country you're watching from in the comments below. The diner hummed with the quiet clatter of forks and low conversation, a world where Clara could almost disappear. For years, this was her refuge. The scars that traced a map of a past life across her cheek and jaw tended to make people look away, and she preferred it that way. She was a ghost in an apron, refilling coffee and clearing plates, her movements efficient and silent. A former soldier, she'd learned that invisibility was a form of peace. But tonight, that peace was about to be shattered. A group of young, boisterous executives took a table in her section, their expensive suits and loud laughter filling the quiet space. One of them, a man with a smug grin, watched her approach. As she poured water, he leaned toward his friend and said, just loud enough for her to hear, "You'd think for these prices, they could hire someone who doesn't look like they survived a fire." A few of them snickered. Clara didn't react, her expression unchanged, but a familiar tightness gripped her chest. She retreated to the safety of the kitchen, her hands gripping the edge of the steel sink. It wasn't the worst she'd heard, not by a long shot, but the casual cruelty of it still found its mark. Then the bell above the door chimed and an older, distinguished man walked in. He carried himself with a quiet authority that commanded attention without demanding it. He sat alone in a corner booth, his gaze sweeping the room. The smug executive called out, "Hey, Scarface, over here!" The insult hung in the air, sharp and ugly. As Clara reached for his empty cup, her uniform sleeve slid back, revealing a small, faded tattoo on her wrist, an eagle clutching a set of numbers. The older man in the corner booth froze. He slowly rose to his feet, his eyes locked not on her scars, but on the ink. His chair scraped against the floor, the sound unnaturally loud in the now silent diner. The man, Alistair Finch, a titan of industry whose face was a staple in financial news, took a hesitant step forward. His voice, when he spoke, was a raw, trembling whisper. "That insignia? Unit 73, where did you serve?" Clara's body went rigid. She instinctively tried to pull her sleeve down, a reflex born from years of hiding. "It's nothing, sir," she murmured, trying to retreat. But he moved closer, his eyes welling with tears. "No," he insisted, his voice cracking. "My son was in that unit. He was captured during the Kharkov mission." The table of executives exchanged confused glances, their mockery forgotten. Alistair's gaze met Clara's, a storm of grief and dawning recognition in his eyes. "He told me a medic, a woman they all called Angel, refused to leave him behind. She dragged him through enemy fire to an extraction point. They told him she was lost in the firefight." The entire room held its breath. The smug executive's face had gone pale. Alistair Finch, the billionaire CEO, was now openly weeping. "He never forgot you. He said the real heroes are the ones nobody ever sees." He took another step, his composure gone. "My son is alive today because of you." And then, to the shock of everyone, The powerful man sank to his knees before the quiet waitress. "I have built an empire on a life you gave back to my family," he choked out. "Thank you." Dear audience, if you're enjoying this story, don't forget to give it a like. It really helps. That night, Clara's life changed. Mr. Finch, who turned out to be the CEO of the firm the executives worked for, ensured they were fired the next morning. He then offered Clara the directorship of his new foundation for veterans and their families. Her scars were no longer marks of pity, but badges of honor, a testament that true strength isn't about a flawless surface, but the courage that lies beneath.